guys, I'm Melanie and you're watching akaMommy, and today's video is going to be a tag video that Sarah sent to me, and I will of course have her channel linked down below for you guys, but it's called Through Mommy's Eyes, and I just adore watching her channel. She is not from the United States, which is where I live, and so I love watching all of her grocery hauls and seeing the really cool things that she gets, and I love listening to her voice. I don't know why, I'm obsessed with people who have foreign accents. I'm probably a little bit strange, but we're gonna do this tag video. I have not pre-read any of these questions, so this should be interesting. Okay guys, so I am reading the questions off of my iPad, so when you see me glance down, it's because I'm trying to figure out what the next question is, but let's just get started. Okay, there are 30 of these, so this might take me a while. I'll try to speed through them as quick as I can. Question number 1. What is the last movie you saw that made you cry? Are all of the questions going to be this hard? Okay. Probably the last movie I saw that made me tear up was Storks. We watched that last week as a family, and I can't remember what part it was, but there was a certain part that made me tear up a little bit. As far as the last movie that I watched that made me actually cry, I don't know. I can tell you the last TV show that I watched that made me cry, and it was This Is Us. That show is so good. Okay, question number 2. What is your favorite thing to do when you have a couple hours to yourself? I've answered this in a lot of my videos because I get asked this quite frequently, actually. To be really honest with you, just like leaving my house and going and doing things that moms do, like walk around Target or go to Trader Joe's. But the essential is I must have coffee. Like, if I can manage it, Starbucks is a must. I don't know what it is. There's just something about having a nice cup of Starbucks coffee and being like quiet that is so amazing to me. So to be honest with you, that's normally what I do when I get a couple of hours to myself. Okay, question number 3. What is your favorite breakfast food? When I'm being good, my favorite breakfast food is probably scrambled eggs, which is kind of boring, but that's the truth. When I'm being naughty, my favorite breakfast food is probably waffles. I love waffles, you guys. They're so incredibly delicious. I do have some protein powder mix that I'm going to try to make some waffles with, but I'm not going to lie. They're not as good as the real thing. So I almost knocked you guys over. It's all good. Don't get dizzy on me. Okay, question number 4. What are the top 3 home repairs you'd like to see done if money was no object? Oh my gosh. Okay, number 1. I would like to give my kitchen a facelift. You guys, at some point, I really want to see this happen, but that is not a cheap task at all. We are going to have to save up for quite a while to do that. Number 2, same goes for my master bathroom. I would really like to update my master bathroom. It is extremely old and it really needs an update. And let's see, number 3 would probably be my closet. This one is a little bit more doable. I'm hoping to actually get this one done this year when I am finished with the KonMari, I'm not really sure how is the correct way to pronounce it, purge that is going on in my house. Once I get back to the organization stage, I'm hoping to update my closet. So you guys stay tuned for that one. We'll see if it happens. Oh no, my iPad. It went to sleep. See, that's how you know I talk too much. Okay, question number whatever we're on. What is your favorite baby name you never used? Okay, so one of my favorite baby names, and I never got a chance to use it because I didn't even come up with it until my 4th pregnancy. And to me, it felt more like a name that you would give to a boy, and I ended up having a girl, but I love the name Asher. Asher means happy, and I just love it. I think I just love it. So if you're Asher, or if you have a child named Asher, I'm totally jealous because I never got to have my Asher, but that's okay. That would be probably my favorite baby name I've never used. Okay, next question is number 6. What is your favorite store to shop in? I can only choose one. Probably, I'm rolling my eyes right now because it's probably Target, you guys. I'm not gonna lie, because Target has the perfect mixture of food with home with clothing. I mean, what more do you need? They have everything that you could possibly need, and I love their food selection because Target tends to have more organic options and natural options and so forth, and just fun options. So yeah, I would say Target. Target with a cup of Starbucks, I'm all about it. Let's see. Question number 7. What did you do before you became a mom? I have done so many different things, but the job that I held, oh wait, that wasn't the question. Before I became a mom, I was really young. I was only 22 when I became a mom. I was a college student, and I was at the time working as a waitress / bartender. That's what I did until I became a mom. Yeah, I worked in a daycare when I was really young, like 17 maybe, and after that I got into the restaurant industry, and that's kind of where I stayed for several years, but that's what I was doing when I became a mom. Okay, question number 8. What is your favorite hobby? I don't really know that YouTube is considered a hobby anymore, since I technically do generate an income from it, even though Lord knows I'm not getting rich doing this. I would have originally said that YouTube was my favorite hobby because I love doing it. I guess working out, is fitness a hobby? I don't know. Reading. We'll say reading. Reading is probably my favorite hobby because I don't know why, but I can't really call working out a hobby. Yeah, I don't think that that's a hobby. So we'll say reading. Let's see. Question number 9. If you could spend a day doing whatever you wanted, what would you do? I would sleep in. I would watch the YouTube videos that have been in my watch later list for forever. I would probably stay in my pajamas all day long, or, you know, my leggings, whatever, same thing. And I don't even know, you guys. That's a really good question. What would you guys tell me? What would you do if you could have the day to do whatever you wanted? That's a good question. Okay. Question number 10. How did you meet your husband? Some of you have been around a long time on my channel will already know the answer to this, but I was once again a bartender. I was a bartender, but I was also a manager at the time at a bowling alley. My husband is, he has dropped his pro card, but he was a professional bowler. Now that we have a family, he doesn't go out and do it as much as he used to, but I met him at a bowling alley where I worked. He was in there quite frequently, and I was in there because I was working, and that's where we met. Totally glamorous story. Okay. Number 11. What was your favorite family vacation recently or when you were a kid? To be really honest with you, we don't take very many family vacations. I want to rectify that because it kind of bothers me. But when I was a kid, we used to go camping a lot, which I really hated because I wasn't an outdoorsy kind of girl. I just wanted to sit in the tent and read. Yep, that was me. I was a total book nerd. Let's see. Probably my favorite vacation, and I don't know if it could technically be considered a family vacation, but it was my honeymoon. We went to Cozumel for our honeymoon, and it was a blast. It was definitely one of my favorite vacations ever. But we didn't take our kids, obviously. It was our honeymoon. So, number 12. Name three things you do well. Okay. If I weren't on camera, I probably could have come up with something really easily. Okay, so let's see. I clean pretty well. I'm good at that. My mom taught me how to clean pretty well. That doesn't mean when you come into my house it's always going to be clean, but I do know how to clean a house. I'm pretty good at organizing. Yeah, I'm pretty good at organizing. I have a lot of friends who are constantly telling me that they need me to come help them organize their homes. And I can type pretty fast. I'm a pretty good typist. Yeah, I took, like, I've had several jobs that required me to be able to type 60 words a minute or more, which at this point means nothing. I mean, I'm a stay-at-home mom, but I type pretty well. I mean, I'm sure that there are a lot of things that I do well, but that's off the top of my head. I'm a decent cook. My husband is always telling me that that he loves my cooking, so there's at least a few ideas. Let's see, number 13. Name 3 toiletries or makeup items you could not live without. I don't think that there are any, because to be honest with you, makeup is not huge for me. I enjoy it. So toiletries or makeup items. We'll say soap, because I really enjoy being clean. Toothpaste, same for the mouth. I like that to be clean too. And mascara. I mean, I don't wear mascara right now because I have lash extensions, but if I didn't have them, I would need some mascara because you wouldn't be able to see my eyelashes at all. So if I had soap, toothpaste, and mascara, I'd be a happy girl, sort of. I'd miss all the other stuff too, but I could get by. Okay, so let's see. Number 14, name your favorite thing about each of your children. Ooh, man. Told you guys this is going to be a long video. Okay, so my favorite thing about each of my children. I am not going to be able to tell you my absolute favorite thing, but I will try to come up with something. My oldest daughter, I love that she loves children. I love that she, like, genuinely loves her younger, well, maybe not her immediate sister. Anyway, I love that she loves the babies. And I say babies meaning my 6-year-old and my 2-year-old. She is wonderful with them and she has a great relationship with them. And she is 14. My 13-year-old, I love that she is unique. She's just different. You know, she's different than anyone that I've ever met in my entire life. And while that causes her a lot of insecurities, there's a spark about her. And I tell her all the time, don't ever let anyone dull your sparkle, because she's just so outgoing and she's so bubbly. I do love that about her. My son, he is like, oh, he's so smart, you guys. He is so smart, and a lot of times it gets him in trouble. It does. He is way too smart for his own good. But I love how smart he is. And when I say smart, I don't mean book smart. So please don't misunderstand. I'm not trying to say that by any stretch. But he, since the time he was very, very young, he takes in everything like a sponge. And he is able to just randomly tell you things and you're like, how do you even know these things? He soaks it all in. It's crazy. And then Kyler, she's only 2.5, but oh man, what do I love about Kyler? I love that, I would say that she's so independent, but sometimes that is a bit hard to take. I don't know. To be honest with you, she is still developing her personality so much right now that I don't know what I would be able to say I love the most about her other than her cute little face right now. She's just precious. So that's not a great answer for her, but it's what I got. Okay. I've really got to move on. We're only halfway through this tag. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go. What was your first job? My first job, I worked at a little fast food restaurant where we served chicken, kind of like a KFC or a Chicken Express or something like that. It was just a little mom and pop place, but that's what I did for my first job. I really liked it too. Number 16, what are your hidden talents? Ooh, I don't know if I have any hidden talents. Luckily, I'm learning that I'm decent at public speaking, because now I'm obviously on YouTube. Even though I'm speaking to a camera, I still feel like you have to be at least a little bit at public speaking. Otherwise, you're going to fumble over all your words, and I mean worse than even I do. I'm a pretty outgoing person. I'm decent at making friends. I don't really know. I mean, I can kind of sing a little bit. Like, I'm not Taylor Swift or anything, but I can sing a little bit. Yeah. I don't really know that I have any hidden talents. Is that terrible? Okay. How long did you date your husband before you got engaged? 4 years. It took him 4 years to propose to me. That's insane, but it's the truth. We dated for 4 years. Let's see. What are your top 3 favorite TV shows? Oh my gosh, I could go on and on and on and on, but one of them right now is definitely This Is Us. It is so good, you guys. That show makes me laugh. It makes me cry. It gives me the feels. I mean, it's so good. If you haven't watched it, you've got to watch it. Probably my all-time favorite show is Friends. I mean, let's just be real. I'm a Friends addict. Still watch it every day. Let's see, another one. We have a lot of shows that we watch. I really like Blind Spot. That's been a really good one lately. Quantico. Yeah. I realized that I named 4, but whatever. What is the bravest thing you've ever done? In complete and total honesty, I feel like the bravest thing that I've ever done, the thing that I really was like, I don't know about this, I don't think I can do this, was quitting my full-time job almost 6 years ago and making the decision to stay home and homeschool my kids, because I was a public school kid. I didn't know anything about homeschooling. I knew a few people who actually homeschooled at the time, but I just got a very clear message from God one day that this is what he wanted me to do. And I was like, no, I don't think that's for me. I think I'm going to pass on that idea because homeschoolers are weird. But he was very insistent. And because I was very much wanting to be obedient, I decided to be brave. And I stepped out on faith that I wasn't crazy and that I was actually hearing this from God, not audibly hearing, but it was, the Holy Spirit. And so that's probably the bravest thing that I've ever done. I've never done anything that crazy before in my life. So haven't regretted it yet on a good day. Okay. Number 20. Where were you 3 hours ago? It is currently 8:53. So 3 hours ago at 5:53, I was here at my house. That's not exciting. Let's see. What is one thing on your winter bucket list? Oh my gracious. To see snow. And we did last week, and today it was like 70 degrees here. Yeah, I don't really have a lot of things on my winter bucket list because where I live, we don't really get winter. We don't really get a winter like you would expect to have winter. So I don't have a good answer for that one. I'm lame. Okay. Do you meal plan? Absolutely. And what is one weekly staple? To be honest with you, I very much try not to have the same meal like every single week because I'm afraid that my family will get burned out on it. But if I have staples that I would say I can do every month, I would definitely say tacos and spaghetti because they're super, super simple. Okay. When you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up? You guys are going to laugh when I tell you this. But until I got in high school, so basically from the time I was in kindergarten until I was in high school, I wanted to be a teacher. I did. I wanted to be a teacher. And then I got in high school and I got a job at a corporation doing businessy type stuff. Like I was an administrative assistant and I really enjoyed that. And so I all of a sudden decided to do that. And that's what I went to college for. But up until that point, I always wanted to be a teacher. And look what I do now. I'm a teacher. So I just thought that was funny how that worked out. Okay. Would you rather travel 50 years into the future or 50 years into the past? Wow. That's a good question. I would say 50 years into the past. And I'm not going to go into a lot of detail because that's a deep question, but I think it would be really neat to go back to a simpler time. I'm not really looking forward to 50 years from now and seeing how crazy and chaotic this world is going to be. So I would say probably the past. Even that scares me a little bit though. Okay. Question number 25. We're getting there. What has been your best ever Halloween costume? I am not someone who really gets into Halloween all that much. So I don't really have an answer to this. I currently don't dress up and I haven't since I was probably in college and I had a job where they made us dress up. So yeah, Halloween's not really my thing. I'm sorry. I really am pretty lame, I promise. Night owl or early bird? Absolutely a night owl. Like, I'm not an early bird at all. It is very hard for me to get up super early in the morning because I cannot seem to go to bed at a decent hour. Okay, if you're having guests over, what is your go-to dish to serve? Lasagna. Easy. Most people like it. Like 99% of people like lasagna. And it's super easy. So, are you messy, neat, or somewhere in the middle? I tend to be, like, my inclination is to be neat, but right now I own too many things. And so it's really, really, really difficult to be neat when you have too much stuff. So that's why I'm going through the process that I'm going through right now and trying to purge my home and get rid of all of the unnecessary things. Because by nature, I'm a very neat person. I'm very distracted by visual clutter. It brings me a lot of anxiety. And so I'm hoping to eliminate that by going through this process. So question number 29. What is one thing you desperately need to do but have been putting off? I need to get my eyes checked. Yes, I just rolled my eyes. I don't want to go get my eyes checked because I know they're going to tell me that I need new glasses, but I do. I need to go get my eyes checked. I'm going to make an appointment this week, you guys. I promise. I'm going to do it. Okay, so question number 30, last one. Name 5 YouTube moms you think everyone should be watching. Oh my gracious. I could go on and on and on with this list. But see, this, I hate questions like this because there are several that I watch when I have the time. And I don't want anyone to be hurt. But I will tell you some of my top ones that I watch without fail. If I see they've put up a new video, I'm watching it. Definitely Allison from The Life of a Homemaker. I watch every video she puts up. Love her to death. I feel like she is like one of my soul sisters. Number 2, lately I have been watching all of Janine's videos from A Young Mom because I'm just mesmerized by her peaceful presence. I love it. And she's so incredibly informative, and she's helping me through this process of going through my entire house. So I would definitely say that I watch her. Kimmy, I love Kimmy from She's in Her Apron. She just cracks me up. You guys, Kimmy and I are so much alike that it's actually a little bit silly. God, I'm already at 3 and I have so many others that I could name. Okay, I'm just going to have to say more than 5 because I can't just say 3. I mean 5. I love to watch, I have been loving watching Sarah's channel from Through Mommy's Eyes, who I mentioned, actually tagged me in this for the reasons that I mentioned in the beginning of the video. So make sure you go check out her video. You guys will love it. She is a mom to 2, and I love watching her channel. I've been loving watching Ashley from Grace and Grits. I want to be her, you guys. I want to be her. She's amazing. She homeschools 4 kids, and she's a personal trainer, and she runs her home, and she does it all while looking amazing. So she is awesome. All of these channels, I'll have them linked down below. You need to be watching Lydia Sen. She is so relatable. I love watching her, and she has right now 2 little boys with a 3rd on the way. I love watching Gia from Marriage and Motherhood. Gia she was one of my first like real YouTube friends, and she gives phenomenal advice when it comes to budgeting and helping you with your finances. Oh, there's so many. Oh my gosh. I don't even know. I'm sitting here going through my mind and thinking of the moms that I watch. Those are probably some of the ones that when I see, like, I will right off the bat go, I want to watch this. Or when I get in bed at night, oh, I have to go back and watch that video. Yeah, I know that there are others. I'm sorry, you guys. And I just know that there's somebody's channel that I'm forgetting to mention, and I'm just going to feel terrible about it. But anyway, if there are, it'll be in a little blurb right here, and you can go and check them out. But those are definitely some of my favorite YouTube moms. I love watching other moms on YouTube because it's like a community that we're all just here to support each other and uplift each other and just remind each other that we're not in this alone. You know, you guys, you're not alone. When there is cereal on your floor and fingerprints on your doors and you haven't washed your hair in 4 days and it's just ridiculous and you feel like you're going to lose your mind, just understand that you are not alone, because all the other moms are right there with you. So that's one of the things that I love the most about the YouTube mom community. So that's going to be it. That was a lot of questions, and this is a really long video, but I really had fun doing this tag, so I'm so glad that I get to share all this with you guys. And just for fun, I'm going to tag all of the other moms that I listed, and we'll see who actually reaches out and does this video. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I will be back with some new content for you very soon, so make sure that if you are not already subscribed to my channel, you hit the red subscribe button down below, and that way when I do put out a new video, it'll show up in your subscription feed and you won't have to go searching for it. So that's going to be it. I'll be back really soon. You guys take care, stay blessed, and good night. Bye.